Ooh, it's blue. Inside of the green car, it's blue. It's been a while, guys. Been doing little TikToks here and there, but not really anything. I haven't like really went into recording anything yet. But as you can tell that I've got some KBS undercoating, rust reformer paint, and I've been doing little sections. This was like a 4-day thing. I did a quarter panel at a time until Chloe and Heather came home, and then I stopped. Well, I start summer hours now, so I get off like at 1 if I don't work overtime. And my goal is to get this seat out and the floor stripped with a brass brush and sound deadener. I got sealant for the corners that I'm missing sealant in, and all around interior. That's the goal, is put interior back in the car, and I'm very excited about that. I got new seats and everything. Really, the only thing, so these are the stock holes, right? They're pretty, one's pretty messed up from, it just, I think that's when the bolt was loose, if I'm not mistaken. But it's a pretty big hole. I am going to talk with Tommy. I think what we're going to do is we're going to drill little square, or cut out little square plates to put on the bottom and weld it into this area. And then this one already has one actually, but we might do a bigger one. And then have one inside this channel here to kind of help, just in case, get more like a safety feature for the seats. It's obviously going to not use the OEM bracket, but I'm going to weld onto that bracket to make my own universal brackets. So that'll be cool. Nothing else really crazy going on right now, but the goal here is to get the passenger seat and stuff out before the fam gets home, and that'll probably be it for today because I worked overtime tonight. But we're gonna get it all ripped out. All of this has already been, this hasn't, but everything back here has been KPS, including the back. And instead of starting from the back, I just started on this corner over here and slowly worked to here, and then ran out of materials, and I was like, you know what, I'll wait. So now we're here. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to get that all pulled out real quick, and then we'll go from there. Obviously, we can't start with the front because the front needs to be cut out here and re-welded here. And on the passenger or driver's side, there's a little spot that we need to cut out. Get that with Tommy's help, and then seam seal it, and we should be good. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the tunnel yet. We might just cut this whole top off here and raise it up, put like a ½ inch or an inch around it, and re-weld it up higher. Not sure yet. But yeah, the goal is to get from this section here to there, back, all dynamounted and everything. Get it as good to go as possible, and then we'll do the front, and then that's it, carpet, and then we'll do side panels, new aluminum dash, custom aluminum dash. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. My goal is to get that done this year, and then we're also starting on that when I don't have like the parts that I need for that weekend. I'll start working on the S10. We're gonna get it gutted too, but yeah, not too bad at all. I'm gonna go and pull this out real quick, and I'll show you what we got to play with. Alrighty, so the seat's out, got all the old asbestos out, and I noticed we're obviously rusted out bad. We're torn here, we're torn here. Back in the day, they hammered this corner up. I don't know why they did that, probably for exhaust way back when. And torn here, like bad. So yeah, Tommy is gonna have some fun on this one. There's gonna be a lot more. I got the metal to fix it. I just need the welder to help me. And that is Tommy. And what else was I gonna do? What was it? Oh yeah, I'm gonna obviously cut all this back out, try to match this side. I don't know why they didn't have to hammer it. Oh, maybe they did hammer it. I can't tell. They probably did hammer that side too for something. But I gotta get that done, and then look at that. I don't know if you'll see that, but that bolt is crooked in the transmission mount, and that's probably my chirping that I'm hearing down here. That transmission mount's so flimsy with that heavy trans on it compared to the stock one. So he's going to help me. We're actually going to weld a C-channel to this and make our own transmission mount. Something easier to bolt through than that. Probably one bolt on the side, like vertical with the car. So you take one side out, then the transmission mount kind of flops on the ground. So I can do it by myself easier instead of having to like straddle it across the car. But I'm going to take this wire brush, this brass wire brush that I grinded the tip down to fit in my thing. And I'm going to go to town on this this here area, find out the rusty spots, grind it, cut it out as perfect as possible. And I need to get some cutting discs for that. But I'm going to Sharpie it so I can use it as a trace for the new part so we can get as close as possible. And yeah, that's about it. Not too bad though. Not too bad though. So let me get this all cleaned up real quick and then we'll see what we're working with. And that'll probably be it for the day. And yeah, I can't think of anything else right now. But man, that looks good. Nice and clean over there. Even though it's blue. It's blue for a reason. First reason is I ordered the wrong color on the Amazon kit. And then second reason is, well, now when I put the second coat on, it'll be black, and I'll be able to tell what I missed, because it's baby blue. So we'll do 2 layers of that undercoat, and then Dynamat, and then seats, carpet, front dash, all the wiring. The wiring I don't really need to worry about. I can do that after carpet or before carpet, because it's all, I mean, it's not like it's a lot of wires anyways, but that all over there is just going to run straight back to the battery box. It's all loose for now because I was test fitting everything. I kind of like where I have everything right now. I'm going to redo all those wires too in the back and just pretty it up, man. Just pretty it up. It's time for a good interior. So let's get to work, shall we? We have a whole year. I want to get it done though. We got a lot of work to do though. It's going to be a fun time. Alrighty, so I kind of cut the panel outside out right here of what we need. What I did was I drilled on each corner of the subframe because the subframe piece is right here. It's like welded to it. So now I can use that as a line to trace here and trace here. That way I can keep the shape of everything and use it as a template. And see those feel lines right there? Those are old. So anyone OSHA or like, don't tell that. You can eat it because I'm not dead. I'm obviously posted the video. I'm alive. So yeah, we're gonna get that all popped out real quick, and then I'm gonna continue to kind of grind out over here. And I gotta try. I don't know. I may end up cutting another piece straight down. I'm gonna try to hammer out what they did here and see if I can't make my own kind of, or fix it right here, kind of match it, and we'll go from there. So. Yeah, that's it. So let me get that done real quick and see what we got left. Alright, so here's our little piece here we got going on where the quarter member was. That's what we're looking at, like that's what we're trying to make basically. I don't know if this is going to be an issue or not, but if we match that dimension or maybe a little longer, we can grind it and make it fit. But yeah, here's the cross member, or not the cross member, Jesus, dude, the support frame, the unibody. This probably needs to get sliced right here. And we just need to redo this whole back, kind of like how that is. Because I don't think this is supposed to be, this feels like it's pressed in right. This, though, needs to go out too, I think. And there's a core support right here, too. So we might end up cutting here as well. We'll let Tommy figure that one out, see if he wants to do that or not. But I'm gonna take this brass brush here, clean up this support, and then honestly, everything up front looks pretty decent. We're still gonna put little metal cutouts here on each spot. I'm not gonna weld them in or anything though. After we do the epoxy and stuff, it's just gonna be like silicone seam sealered in, like a sandwich plate. Because I want to match this little thing here just for a tinier holes. So The holes are bigger for some reason than the actual bolt head. Maybe it's room to move it around to get it in there. But with the aftermarket seats, I'm going to use the OG mounts here, but I'm going to like weld the universal slider part onto those mounts. So we're gonna make our own. That'd be pretty cool, but yeah, not too bad. So I'm going to clean up a little bit, and then we'll see what we're gonna do next. We might end up cutting this out. Probably gonna have to, honestly. Not a big deal because we have a template side here, so depending on how much we just have to cut out, we may just do a piece here, tack it on, and then tack the other thing on, and then weld them together, seam seal them, pretty them all up. So it's not that bad. I thought it'd be a lot harder, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna try to clean up this whole area in here. You can tell it's all dirty and rusty. I need to go and put a coat of paint in there. The support is, it's all surface. It feels very surfacey, no bubbles or anything, so that's good. But yeah, I'm gonna get that cleaned up. I'm on baby duty tonight. Heather had to work late, so in about an hour Chloe will be here. Yeah, about an hour. So let me get as much done as I can, then we'll go on to the next part, which will probably be Tommy here. Yeah, it'll probably be when Tommy gets here, so stay tuned, boys. Stay tuned. Another cool thing about this is if you take a heating gun to this like asphalt stuff, well, let me move my my homemade hatch button. To get this hot right here, I'm gonna put it right there real quick. It's gonna smell very terrible. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. So yeah, so like take a heat gun and just push instead of like having to grind it all away. I don't know how well y'all can hear me, but there's that yuckiness, and I just, well, we'll just slap it there on the ground. So try to get as much of this off as possible so I can take the wire brush to it. Make sure we don't have any other hidden little blemishes. And that should be it, honestly. And it's just a couple of measures, a couple of cuts. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, look at that. It's just like butter. Put it right here, snap on down, and just kind of push. Oh yeah! So yeah, I'm gonna scrape. I'm gonna scrape as much as I can off, and then we should be ready for when Tommy gets here. Got a smudge. Go a smudge. All right, so it's the next day. I'm still cutting. I got that big old sheet of metal on the back of the S10 from the father-in-law helping me out. I'm gonna do sections. This stuff is a little bit thicker and it's gonna be harder to bend anyways. So I'm doing sections. What I have here is I cut out this first part where the two motor mounts go, or seat mounts go, but it has a little bend to it right here. It's like a little bit of a bend, and I'm trying to get it as flush as possible on here. I want it to rest right where it's supposed to, and then I cut this out, of course. Made it a little longer to go over this. I'm not worried about it being seamed welded perfectly. I want it to last. So I'm gonna overlap it a little bit in certain areas. And yeah, so all I'm doing is literally clamping this down to the length that I need. Oop, that was a little too much. Oh no, my cup. And then we'll go from there and this off. I'll put you down real quick so I can pop off this big old piece. Yeah. Dude, C-clamps, man. They are a must. Alright, so we'll leave that there. We'll grab our hammer. We'll grab our camera so I can stay devoted into recording this process. And yeah, here we go, here we go. Oh. So now we have a little bit of a bend there, if you can see. And going on to here. Now, there you have it. I'll get it with one hand. I don't think I can. I'm gonna cut that down a little bit. Okay. So now, now we need to hammer it flat. Oh, actually, that's pretty close. Oh, I need to go up some though. So I need to hammer this flat just a little bit more. Let me see on the camera's angle here. Oh, that's not too bad actually. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back over there and hammer it just a little bit more angled out or back to straight to help with that lump. And then I'm gonna drill holes, bam and bam and bam, bam, bam and bam, so we can tack it back on the core support as well for more structure. And then I'm just kind of tack everything into place, get it all done. And then when Tommy comes over, he can help me with like the big boy welding, the stuff that I don't want to mess up. So I'm gonna go flatten this piece down real quick and then tack it in, and I'll show you what we got, what we're playing with. We'll go from there. All right, hold up. So I went ahead and tacked this piece in. I rigged up a light so I could see better. Basically, I got this sucker tacked in, bam, 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 and she ain't even budging, baby. And I decided to just go ahead and try it, practice it. Did a little tack, did a little tack, did a little tack, did a little tack. Started spacing them out because it got hot. You know, went around and kind of just touched up as much as I could. I'm gonna grind it back down, see if I have any like blemish spots, and then that's it. It doesn't have to be perfect because I have seam sealer. Most cars are already stitch weld anyways, which is like a weld, a weld, and a weld. And then they get coated with this stuff. So I have that stuff. So I'm gonna get this nice and cleaned up as much as possible. I even have face protection today. What was I gonna say though? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get it all cleaned up. Tommy's on his way, I think. I think he just got off. So we'll go ahead and I'll clean up as much as possible. If he's coming down now, what I'll do now is start cutting these pieces, getting them all ready, because I think I'm gonna do an L. Probably gonna go like this little L all the way across to about here, and then here to here, flat piece. So that'll be this base. This side is the seat bracket side. So what I'm gonna have to do is kind of correlate that other piece over there that I have here and kind of figure it all out. We're also gonna cut a little square out and put it in that hole to fix that up. But we're gonna do that a little bit differently. Once I get ready to do the seats, I guess I can show you real quick, since that's a part of this interior. Once I get ready for the seat brackets, so here are the seat brackets, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pretty much cut the square piece out and then mark it with some like toothpaste on the plate so I know where to drill. And then I'm not gonna weld them in the car yet. I'm gonna set the seats in there with those plates put on the threads nice and loose. I'm gonna lay it there, and then I'm gonna tack the pieces in and then pull the seat back out, and then the pieces will be tacked. So that I'll have to repaint the corners where the seat brackets go, which is not a big deal. I have plenty of paint and I have to do another coat anyways. So these holes will be much smaller because they don't need to be this freaking big. I don't know why they're that big. I think it's just for getting it in better. But once these brackets go in, they'll be solid brackets because the seats I'm buying have like a kit you put on it to rotate, or, you know, to go back and forth. So there's that. I'm gonna go and grind this all down, tack what I'm missing, and then give you the next update here in a minute. Alrighty, quick little update, guys. I ran out of welding wire. I need to quit saying quick little update because I'm literally just going to cut all these files together. I went over there to the hardware store, got myself a brisk, some welding wire. I'm going to show you what I got right now. I'm only really tacking. Actually, at one point I got a little heavy with it. It just felt smooth, so let me show you real quick. This is what we got going right now. I just got to get that piece, which angles upward, put in. Kind of finangled in pretty good. And then I got to figure out this part to this part. I may end up just putting the seats in and then measuring the height and whatnot of the piece, which is way over there. I know, I think it's right there, yeah. It doesn't look like it's 2 inches higher than what this is. So I'm gonna try to get it all as close as possible. Worst case scenario, I just get spacers to level it up. I mean, that's not a big deal. We can fix that, and then I can use the spacers to see how much of a piece of metal that I need up there, up the top part, and that spacer will just be that much thicker. So it's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. It will work, but I'm gonna get this all in and then get back to cutting and watch Tommy do his magic while I start vacuuming and cooling off. So I cannot wait, dude. I am pumped. I am pumped for this to be done. Okay, so I pulled the seat apart so it's easier to get in and out to put it in our bracket. Let me climb down here with all the other metal shavings. We got our floor pan somewhat mocked up, tacked around, of course. Bammo, bammo. Of course, this is going to get ripped out. This is the core subframe. And we got some thick metal we're going to go right across. Make a nice beefy boy motor mount, or not motor mount, mount for the seats. And if you look over here, I got the seat where it kind of needs to be. And it's flush with this to here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure probably about like from here to here, and we'll weld that piece here nice and straight across. And then we'll do our little angle triangle piece right here to kind of put that little arch in the way, all the way around. And then we'll be good. Okay, Tommy and them are actually bouncing out, but ooh-wee, man, oh man, it is solid again. Not bad. I kind of like. It's obviously a bunch of pieces. This stuff's actually really thick, so it was hard to get it to go in. But it's honestly, let me move this seat forward, our template. It's literally like the same as over there, just not blue. Gotta clean it all up, do the whole shindig on that. That'll be coming up. Probably just gonna end this now and just part to it because I got a massive headache. Dude, Jesus. So much nicer. I mean, like, way better than it was before. So that's pretty much it, man. I got the seam sealer right here. We'll seam seal it up after I do the whole paint and stuff. This is the old torn up stuff, and we're still not technically done. I have some thick 8 gauge, I think it's 8 gauge, right here. Some of this thick right here. That's gonna actually go around here and weld to the cross member and to the frame, just for stronger seat area instead of, you know, that 16th gauge. I want it as sturdy as possible so I don't ever have to worry about it again. But that'll be on the bottom side because the top side is all level now as it was before. So yeah, good progress. That'll be it for now. Stay tuned. I'm taking a break now. I spent, 8 o'clock, about 12 hours to do all that. And it just needs to be cleaned now and then painted. We're good to go. We barely even used any metal too, so. That'll be it for today, guys, and I'll catch y'all on the next one, and hopefully we get some more progress done. Later.